If you love to ride, you know there's nothing better than a great day on the bike. But you probably also know the other side of it, the aches, the pains. What if I told you the key to a perfect ride isn't about being fitter? It's about your bike's fit. Today, we're going to unlock those secrets. Does this sound familiar? You finish a fantastic long ride, but as soon as you get off the bike, you feel that nagging ache in your lower back. It's so common, right? We just kind of assume it's part of cycling. Or how about this one? That awful pins and needles feeling in your hands. You're constantly having to shake them out, trying to get the feeling back. It is so frustrating, and honestly, it can totally wreck a good ride. Well, here's the thing. It's probably not you. It's not a sign you need to tough it out. These are just classic textbook signs that your bike isn't set up correctly for your body. And you know what the best part is? We can fix it. So where do we start? Well, the secret isn't just tweaking a screw here or raising a post there. It's all about following the right sequence. There's a proper order to it. And if you get it wrong, you're just chasing your tail. It all starts from one single non-negotiable point on the bike. And here it is, the bottom bracket. I want you to think of this as the absolute center of your bike's universe. It's point zero. It's the one thing that doesn't move. Every other adjustment we make, your saddle, your handlebars, it's all measured relative to this spot. It is our anchor. And that anchor leads us to this, the golden rule, the correct sequence. We have to start with your feet, the cleats. Then we move up to your saddle. And only after those two are dialed in do we even think about touching the handlebars. You gotta get this order right, or you'll be uncomfortable forever. It's all about building from the foundation up. Right, let's talk about that foundation, your feet. When you're clipped in, your feet are locked into a fixed path. Getting this first touch point right is without a doubt the most important first step to a powerful and, more importantly, a pain-free setup. Now, this sounds technical, but it's actually pretty straightforward. You just need to feel for the bony bump on the inside of the ball of your foot and the one on the outside. Your cleat should be centered right between them. Then, watch your knee as you pedal. It should move in a nice, straight line. If you find your heel is hitting the crank arm, don't worry. A simple washer or a longer pedal axle is an easy fix. Okay, our feet are set. Now we move up to the saddle. This isn't just where you sit. It's your power center. It dictates your balance over the whole bike. And this right here is where almost everyone gets it wrong. Look at this number. 80%. That is a massive majority of riders. So what on earth are 80% of us doing wrong? It's the saddle height. A top bike fitter says that a whopping 80% of the people who come to him for a bike fit have their saddle set way too low. It's the single most common mistake in all of cycling. And let's bust a myth right now. Your saddle height has nothing to do with being able to touch the ground. Forget about that. It's all about your leg at the bottom of the pedal stroke. You want a nice, slight bend in your knee. If your leg is totally straight, the saddle's too high, too bent, and you're just robbing yourself of power with every single pedal stroke. Now listen closely, because this one is a real mind bender. If your handlebars feel too far away, what's your first instinct? Shove the saddle forward, right? We all do it. But that's a trap. It just throws all your weight forward, putting even more pressure on your hands. The pro solution, and this sounds crazy, is to move your saddle back. This actually balances your weight over the bike and takes the pressure off your hands. Then, and only then, if the reach is still too far, you get a shorter stem. Game changer. All right, our foundation is solid, our balance is right. Now we can finally adjust the cockpit, your handlebars and brake levers. This is where we fine-tune everything for that all-day comfort and perfect control. So let's have an honest moment. We all see the pros with their handlebars slammed super low, and it looks cool. But if you're not flexible enough to comfortably ride in the drops, what's the point? If you spend 99% of your ride on the hoods, your bars are too low for you. It's that simple. Bring them up to a height where you can actually use all the positions. It's all about making the bike work for you. Once the bar height is realistic, look at your brake levers. When you're resting on the hoods, your wrists should form a straight line with your forearms, not bent up or down. And here's a little pro tip. Nearly all modern levers have a tiny hidden screw that lets you adjust how far the brake lever is from the bar. Find it, adjust it, and you'll wonder how you ever rode without it. So we've gone through the whole sequence, from cleats to cockpit, but I've saved the single most important tip for last. This one piece of advice could save you a ton of money and, more importantly, a whole lot of pain. You know the feeling. You see your dream bike online, it's got a huge discount, and you just want to click buy.
But hold on. That amazing bargain is absolutely worthless if the bike frame is fundamentally the wrong size and shape for your body.
And that brings us to the ultimate takeaway. Get a professional bike fit before you even start shopping. A good fitter won't just adjust your current bike, they'll give you your magic numbers, your ideal stack and reach. That's basically how high and how long the frame should be. Armed with those numbers, you can look at any bike from any brand and know for sure if it's going to work for you.
And this really says it all, doesn't it? At the end of the day, comfort, power, and enjoyment all come from the fit, not the price tag or the fancy components. I take a perfectly fitted $1,000 bike over a poorly fitted $10,000 superbike any day of the week, always. So there you have it, the proper sequence, the key adjustments, and the most important tip of all. We've seen how everything connects, from your feet all the way to your hands, to create a system that works with your body. The power to have a more comfortable, more powerful ride is literally in your hands. So the question is, what are you going to go adjust first?